Fox 5's John Henryhan this morning with the very latest on this story. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Dueling demonstrations, as always happens when there's a big case before the Supreme Court. A group of liberal religious institutions is now assembling their troops in front of the court. They believe in marriage equality, regardless of whether sex marriage or an opposite-sex marriage, and they're hoping the Supreme Court will rule that way after it hears the arguments in these two cases today. Slightly to our left, as Jason Smith tries to make his way through the crowd, more conservative religious groups are showing their support for the tradition of marriage only between a man and a woman. But these demonstrations, these protests, these expressions of opinion are actually going on from coast to coast. Many gay marriage supporters took to the streets of San Francisco, in the state where Proposition 8 banned same-sex marriages in 2008. The scene outside the U.S. Supreme Court is much more somber.
The issue is really important to me. Marriage is a really big deal. It's the foundation of our society.
As a gay man, this could be one of the most impactful decisions that the Supreme Court ever makes in my lifetime.
Both supporters and opponents of California's Proposition 8 are eager to take part in history. The nation's highest court will hear arguments today over the constitutionality of California's 2008 voter referendum declaring marriage a right only for a man and a woman.
The court is being asked to not only strike down California's ban, but to rule that bans on same-sex marriage everywhere in the United States are unconstitutional.
If the court upholds the ban, the roughly 40 states that do not allow same-sex marriages will be able to keep marriage only for heterosexual couples. Prop 8 supporters say the law advances the state's interest in procreation and child rearing.
The rights of millions and millions of Americans who have voted to protect marriage over the last 15 years deserve to have those votes respected.
Opponents of Prop 8 insist marriage is a fundamental right for all.
Families that are composed of gay and lesbian Americans are out there and exist. To deny them the right of marriage hurts them and hurts their family.
Again, demonstrators from both now assembling outside the Supreme Court. Today, the case will be Proposition 8 in California. California has wavered back and forth between legalizing gay marriage and then, when the voters voted in 2008, making gay marriage illegal. That issue is before the court today, and tomorrow, the Supreme Court, the justices will hear the case on the Federal Defensive Marriage Act, which requires all federal agencies to treat marriage only as an institution between a man and a woman. Live from the Supreme Court, John Henryhan, Fox 5 News.
All right, John, thank you very much for that report.